So, trading and all the emotions that come along with it, at least for me personally. So, I just kind of want to talk about that and just give my opinion and just the personal scenario as far as emotions when it comes to trying to put your money to work every day and hopefully make more than you put in. So, it's something that I still struggle with daily, and I've been trading for over a year now, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I actually think it's kind of a healthy thing to talk about the fact that there is a lot of emotions that come with trading, on a daily basis, because being that this is such a money oriented activity, I feel like from a young age we're pretty brainwashed along the way. Not brainwashed, it's not the right word, but we obsess over money, and put it on a pedestal. And look, money runs the world. Money makes the world go round. Period. So the idea of trying to play a game or make a career out of something that involves you trading money ultimately to either make some or lose some on a daily basis can be tough, and it's tough for me. And I think that when I started, you kind of just assume like, oh, the emotions just go away after a certain amount of time, and maybe they do. I mean, compared to a lot of people who have a ton of experience, I guess I would still be in the category of a new trader or a beginner. Obviously I'm better than somebody who's not better, but like I know a little bit more about myself and about a strategy than somebody who walks in day one. But I guess as far as how long I've been doing this, I'm still a beginner. I have no right in the world to like teach people, but one thing that is still an issue is definitely emotions at times. And I have my days where I will take trades and you get emotional, and sometimes you let things go against you a little bit harder than need be, and then you end up taking a big loss, or at least I do. I'm getting better at it, but I'm realizing that I don't think it ever goes away. I think you just get better at dealing with it, right? For somebody, I don't care what avatar on social media says, be robotic, trade like this. And maybe if you have an algorithmic strategy, which is a whole different thing and a whole different topic, if you're still executing your own trades and you don't have an algorithm, I feel like there's emotions there. And I know the saying of be robotic and don't think about it, but that's bullshit. I mean, if you're a human being and you're somewhat normal, I feel like you're going to have emotions. So just kind of on that topic, I feel like a very important thing is, I know that there's probably books and there's probably a lot of stuff on it, and I don't know about anybody else, but kind of for me personally, like reading a book isn't going to do anything for me. I feel like something that's going to help me a lot is talking about it. It's like legit sitting here talking about it and saying, I can be emotional at times. I still deal with those issues of being emotional while trading, and I think that it's one of those things where it's like, that's okay. I think it's okay. I think it's normal to have emotions. Now, if you can't even hit the button and you're panicking and freaking out every second, like there's an extreme to it. But I feel like there is, similar to athletes, right? Like before they go into a game, they're confident, but they definitely do have, emotions. I feel like that's kind of a very similar thing with trading. And I feel like as time goes on, I know for me a little bit, like I still battle with it, but I know as time has gone on, I've gotten better at dealing with it. And then I think that as I continue to do this more often, I think hopefully I'll get better. I'll get better at dealing with it, because it's something that I want to talk about, because people they talk about the psychology, but they never really look at the camera and say, I still deal with that too. I still have issues. I still can be emotional. And I wanted to make this video because I still deal with emotions daily on a regular basis. And those emotions can be, I'm sitting, in a trade that's not working, and it'll be a loser, and I'll give it sometimes a little too long, and I'll wait, because I think, sometimes you kind of you have the expectations of it possibly turning around, and then you overthink a little bit, right? You're like, okay, well, I know I'm down, 15 cents in the trade, and I know my stop is a little bit away, but, and if I just, let's give it another minute, and maybe this thing will pull in, and then it ends up being a winner, and you can play these games in your head, and I feel like it's like a little bit of self-sabotage a bit, because now you drive yourself nuts, and I do that. I can drive myself nuts at times by just overthinking. I notice that the days that I have the really good trading days are the ones where I'm not overthinking and I'm the least emotional. And those days where they're obviously not good is when, I've had all those emotions come to the surface, and I feel like that is going to continue to happen, but I'm self-aware of the problem, and I'm going to do my best to work on it. So I wanted to do a quick video saying that, like, I'm trying to do this. I've been doing this for a while, and I wish that I was much farther along than I am, but I'm not. But I'm not going to quit, because of that. So I'm just going to keep fighting, and then also be self-aware as to what my real problems are, and then try my best to really work on them. And I wanted to put the video out there because if anybody is watching this who is going through the same issues, just know that, like, you can relate to somebody, right? Like, a lot of people don't really talk about that topic because it's kind of a sensitive subject, and as a person, you want to be strong and do this and do that. And I've been guilty at, doing that before. But I feel like just being super honest with yourself and saying, I deal with it. I have those issues. They're there. And I'm going to do my absolute best to work on it, and then find other traders to talk to about it. I have a few people who I talk to, and it feels good to just say, like, hey, listen, I had emotions today. I still deal with those issues, and I'm working on it. And then when you hear other people say, hey, I got the same problem. I'm working on it too. You're like, okay, I can relate. Because when it comes to social media, there's a lot of BS out there, and there's a lot of people who, say things are supposed to be a certain way. But the crazy thing is that when it comes to the stock market, you can make money 1,000 different ways. So why is it any one way that's the right way? It's the right way that works for you, and then being able to, just work on your weaknesses every day. And one of my main weaknesses is emotions, and I'm gonna do my absolute best to just continue to get better. So that's it for me, and I will see you guys later.